of something you... Oh. Oh, no. How do they have you learning it? There I am.
Can you remove your hood just so we know who you are? Not that I don't trust you, just...
Cast your gaze.
Okay, but the frail blood, the whole frail thing. What? Huh?
Cast your gaze.
Shadow
individual, can you take your hood off briefly, please?
That's quite different from how I've been instructed on shadow magic, but
Surely you recall when Gascoigne was studying at the Assad.
yes, I do, and it nearly got his core consumed by
Yes,
it.
they did.
He was also frail in three to learn.
But yes, shadow magic is not suffering. It. Oh dear.
Why are you both dressed the same?
Okay, if you don't take the hood off, I'm not gonna talk about the plan, which means if you don't intend to take the hood off, you can get the fuck out.
You're really no fun,
Thank you.
Jezebel.
No, I am not fun. I've had my ass kicked all day, and I'm starving.
Yeah, you do. All right. Well, if this is how Noctum teaches shadow magic, so be it. I do believe it's supposed to be exerting your will over others that is in the process of learning shadow magic, as opposed to suffering yourself. But
I mean, I learned a cool spell. You want to see it?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Is under attack.
Ah.
Now, can I still tell the difference?
Let us duel with our plinky little spells.
Okay.
This one.
I decline.
No, it's gotta be.
I have to wait. Have the heart unhappy.
I decline.
As you wish.
I thought we were going to
Oh. Is this a shadow off?
Thought so too, but I believe we were waiting for one other person, was that?
Well, they might be here by the time this duel's done.
Why would I know?
Why do they look so different from one another?
As you wish.
Also, yours hits much harder.
I'm telling you, I think Noctum might be getting this the wrong way.
But I also just learned it today, so I mean, that's fair.
Ah, fair enough. Wet noodle fight.
This is
Oh, shit, I broke the rules.
Whoa.
Alright, we're even. Oh!
Did you say oi?
Oh, shadow, scatter, crystal, yark.
Yarg!
Was that person who ran in and then ran out one of the people I was
Oh,
supposed to...
thank God it ended.
Apathetic.
I mean, technically, that warp spell is partially shadow magic, so I suppose it counts.
And the minute I learn a better spell, I'm never using that crystal spell again.
Why do you think I went ahead with blending shadow magic with
I was about to say.
chaos?
Okay, everyone form up. It seems Eleanor's still asleep. I will fill them in later. To the arena! Come on, come on. I don't want to repeat myself, and the longer we're here, the longer Sterling has a chance to get his on us. Okay, so to catch all of you up, everyone is aware that Izel is dead, killed by the Arbiter.
So it shall be.
The Arbiter wanted something that was at that temple that Izel picked up, and they took it and killed Izel and everyone else. Now I ain't sure if the Arbiter is a spirit or a person, or maybe a person that can turn into a spirit.
Not a
Yeah.
spirit.
However, I do know there are other amulets that are like it that the Arbiter probably wants. Now, everyone in Sterling knows we fucking hate each other. So, I figure we play that to our advantage. We have a fake skirmish, a fake siege to take it, with the real goal that we've set a trap. So, obviously, the Arbiter is gonna try and hit as soon as we look our weakest, yeah? So, we play it like you pushed us back and you're about to get the amulet. I figure the Arbiter's gonna try and snag it, and then we pull the curtain down and turn on them. You know, whether it's a ritual circle or something to counter their magical powers, and, you know, they think they're getting the jump on us and we get the jump on them.
Have you developed said circle or ritual yet? Or
Nope,
is this
that's
all?
why I called everybody here, because I do not know anything about rituals.
Well, we don't even know what form of magic that the Arbiter's using, so it's...
And the one
There's
thing
no
we know is
storm?
witch dust apparently strengthens them.
That's a hypothesis, I think.
Witch dust imprints on things that copies or absorbs the magic of a source. He's probably been using it to take magic from other source and empower himself.
I do
But they
believe
sh-
it absorbs magic, because whenever I infuse the stuff, it tends to start emitting any access. For instance, if I'm infusing it with illusion, any number of batches that I do tend to be erratic in what magics are emitted. Sometimes it's a bunch of storm, blood, and illusion. Other times it's frost. It makes it the 6 primary vampiric schools.
It can absorb more than the vampiric
Oh,
school.
it can absorb more, but I've only seen it emit the 6 primary schools.
I used it on the meteorite in the last age I saw it.
It
I
also
al-
has slightly different properties now.
That is fair, but still.
But I figure working together is our best bet to catch Sterling with their proverbial pants down.
I believe witch dust is dissipated when handled by rotlings, yes.
Of course.
So, as much as I dislike entropy, it could be used against the Arbiter if he is using witch dust to empower himself. I know. Well, sort of. Entropy has an effect on witch dust regardless.
Yeah, I also know his employee Clementine believes that they can infuse angels into devices using gold.
Gold is a magical conduit.
Of course.
Yeah, but ultimately I figure it's our best card to hold is if he still thinks we fucking hate each other and that we aren't working together. It's the only way we're gonna get the Bull one up, because it always seems that they know exactly when we're gonna fight and where.
The problem, though, is if the measure to contain the Arbiter fails, it means they get to the other objects that they're targeting.
That's why we gotta ensure that it doesn't fail. We don't have to rush the trap, we just need to make sure that when the trap is set, that we're ready to have it go.
Going off this theory of witch dust primarily absorbing rather than copying, I'll see what happens when I attempt to drain witch dust of further magic as opposed to infusion. Let's see if
We
it
also
actually
know he
dissipates.
uses magic to knock people down. What if we had a way to reflect that magic back to the source?
And how would we test this?
We would
That's
need to
my
know what
biggest
magic is being
question.
And I wasn't there when Izel got struck, so I can't really tell you what they used. I think it was lightning, but I'm not certain.
The Arbiter does use storm magics. I have been attacked by him before.
Wait, which shards, or which of these powerful objects did he obtain, or what elements?
And he had Ishra's Unholy.
And what one did Izel have?
They picked it up and they took it from Izel. Izel
I'm
didn't
pretty
have
sure
one
I
naturally.
sensed 2 objects that day.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they have one on them? I was kind of too busy fighting. Or alternatively, you know how when lightning strikes like a capacitor, it kind of sucks up the lightning? What if we were able to have something that sucks the magic out of him when he tries to strike us?
You know, the Academy has been doing research on the Arbiter.
Yeah, like a lightning rod.
Copper. I have lots of it if needed.
Well, I know there's another plan in motion to at least
Absolutely.
sabotage Sterling, so we'll see how that goes.
Should we ask Squeaks to come here so she can provide the notes?
I think that might be a conversation to have separately. The more people that know about this, the more likely that Sterling will find out about it, and if Sterling finds out about it, we're all fucked.
That is
Should-
true.
We're right about this. I think that's a baseline.
Mm.
We call for some form of, I don't know, spa day. Not a meeting.
Yes, our letters should just say spa.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Can someone catch me up on why exactly it is we are after Sterling? It appears that I have missed much.
The
Or-
Oasis Spirit seems to have a great dislike for both Sterling and the Arbiter. In fact, the Oasis Spirit does seem afraid of Sterling.
And when you say scared, it said scared 3 times. Sterling scared, scared, scared.
I can clarify it better. It seems like Sterling, with association very likely to the Arbiter, has been using witch dust to drain the Oasis Spirit of its magic and its integrity in order to likely bypass walls in all sorts of nefarious ways.
That would explain the Arbiter's appearance.
Mhm.
It
But
would
you
check
know-
out.
Wasn't there one instance that the Oasis Spirit was chasing the Arbiter?
Yeah, you saw, and I saw them chasing each other through the cursed forest. I think Eleanor was there
Beyond
too.
that, they were running through my house.
Through your house, as in through the walls?
Yep.
Yep.
Then yeah, he's probably stealing the Oasis
Although-
energy to be able to do that.
I think partway through that, the Arbiter actually started having to use doors and such. He actually had to stop going through walls, so I think he might have lost some of that power, given the Oasis Spirit's surge in strength.
Mhm.
Do you think the Oasis Spirit was trying to chase them to tire them out so that whatever's keeping them with their spiritual capabilities was getting funneled out?
Quite possible.
The Oasis Spirit can also defend itself. It's been weakened over time, and the more we strengthen it, the more likely it can defend itself again. Spectral dust is what the Oasis Spirit needs.
Given the 600 I gave it already.
Mm-hmm. We've been feeding it too.
Yeah, I had 600 on me that I was gonna go drop off after this meeting.
I have some that I can give as well.
Thank you.
But
But
as I
also-
said, all of us working together and acting like we hate each other is probably the best way to at least make our enemies think they have the advantage.
Well, specifically make them think that the factions hate each other. I think they're probably well aware that, generally speaking, those not actively engaged in the activities have been getting along a little bit better.
Yeah, which leads me to believe that he's gonna try and do something to ruin any peaceful negotiations, whether it's an assassination or otherwise.
Assassination is very likely that is going to happen. He killed Izel. He's getting bolder.
Yeah.
I can have him think he can wait a bit longer if you have some Waygate arguments again for some time. With the understanding that it is for show, of course.
That, or yeah, we could do more than just the Waygates. We could come to an understanding. As long as Noctum is aware, or the cult is aware, one side could stage an attack, so to speak.
That was kind of my plan, is once we had a trap set in place that we have the amulet of magic get moved to one of them so that it's at a new location that we've already set up, and say that we're gonna conduct some big ritual for expanding the sunless areas of Morium or whatever. You know, that's gonna get people all riled up and talking. Sterling will hear it. You know, have it so the Axiom says, you know, you're abusing the Shadow Leviathan's power, we're coming for yous. Break down the door, get all the way up there. As soon as you get to the final trapped room, run in and we'll start throwing spells at the walls.
Isabel,
Sterling is going to rush in and we assume that we pull the trap there.
there is no one currently bound to the Shadow Leviathan. There's no way to actually abuse its
So
powers
it
at the
shall
moment.
be.
In fact, that's kind of a big concern, is the fact that nobody's bound to the Shadow Leviathan, meaning it's about to get incredibly pissy.
Should I start interacting with it because I'm learning shadow magic?
No, I've already done an offering this cycle, because, well, apparently I need to be bound now to stop it from having a hissy fit.
What is it like to eat? Or do I not want to know?
You probably don't want to know, and also there's a reason why I was hunting down Stygian shards.
Oh.
I mean, I can sacrifice Stygian shards, that's what it wants.
That gets some favor. You won't like what it really enjoys.
Yeah, well, I'll just keep the slow and steady pace then.
But also
Just
that would ruin
show
your
me where to put it.
That would ruin your other plans.
Yeah, I assumed it would bolster them.
Well, it's up to you. Given that I'm likely going to be bound once, well...
Yeah, from my understanding, at least from the book I read at the Academy, it doesn't care if you steal its power or borrow the power.
As long as you pay offerings, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least so far, my experience... From what I've been hearing of the Illusion Leviathan, at least, the Shadow Leviathan seems far easier to deal with.
I've been affected by Illusion Leviathan. It's not fun. Voices are still in my head that are not my own.
Right, we don't, which is why we need to do our research.
I have some ideas for research on my end.
Well, we can. It would require getting the Oasis Spirit to perhaps assist with research in that case. If the Arbiter is utilizing the Oasis Spirit's magics and powers.
Are there any materials that intuitively drain magic, just in general?
Lich does, when it's not infused.
Yes, but no.
Yeah. You do have to actively infuse it, yeah.
Magic can also be stored in gems.
Can't we get a bunch of empty flawless gems, which can contain a large amount of magics to drain?
I think Jezebel's also trying to find something that would just innately draw magic out, rather than requiring active casters.
Yeah, I mean, my thought is, you know, we know the Arbiter runs around, right, and, you know, the Oasis Spirit allegedly was chasing him down to waste that magic. My worry is we need to drain a significant portion so he can't just walk through the wall the minute he learns it's a trap. That's the caveat, is we need to ensure that when we do pull the curtain down, that they aren't getting up afterwards. Otherwise, you know, then they know we're all in cahoots, and, yes, we have witnessed it.
Well, as I said, though, the Arbiter during that chase we saw stopped running through walls at a certain point and was stuck actively using proper doorways.
During the chase?
Yeah, the Oasis Spirit was chasing them through the cursed forest.
I can try to research with the Oasis Spirit what it might limit its passage.
So they did have a physical form?
Spectral
Yes.
does seem interactable with spirits in general, so if it is trying to steal the spirit property of passing through walls, perhaps something infused with spirit dust might actually act as a wall.
What about Ghost Crystal? Can't Ghost Crystal be used as a medium to siphon?
Possibly. Or at least to stop. Actually block.
You know, on the topic of ghost crystals, is it entirely possible if they are a person and they have somehow, you know, split their body and the spirit in two, that we trap the spirit in, like, a vessel?
Or if we could find the body, wherever it is.
You know, we could have a splinter team to attack the body while we're trapping the spirit. That could cover both bases.
Velos, whatever is possessing Velos at the moment is working on a weapon that could be used to possibly damage the Arbiter itself.
Isn't Velos currently running wild, going slightly insane at the moment, though?
Yeah.
That's why I said
He
whatever's
got the
possessing
same
Velos.
sickness that Lysander has, which is their brain is broken.
No, but it's different. It is not what Lysander has.
Lysander has something?
It is from the Forge itself.
Lysander's been messing with the illusion Leviathan. I believe that explains enough.
Well, I think it happened because I ate him on the altar of the Leviathan.
Is there anything else specifically that we need to discuss here?
Not at the moment. I just wanted us to be on the same page and keep our mouths shut. Be very careful who you tell, because I would assume there were quite a few spies.
People are chatty. It doesn't even need to be spies.
People are chatty.
And people are spies. They aren't mutually exclusive things.
Indeed. Is there...
In other words,
We need
don't
to wait
talk about it
until
outside of the spa. Wait for the next spa day.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we need to keep him from walking through walls, why do we not just employ the same warding ritual that we used to keep the High Fae out from the last age?
It was more related to entropy, I believe, but we could always do something more specific to...
We have a basis for an effective ritual. Why don't we just tweak it to what we think the Arbiter is? Sterling or whoever this...
Try it with storm magic, since he is known to use storm magics. Again, when I was fighting Ryzel, he did attack with storm. Plenty of storm.
That does appear to be the magical signature he emits that we are able to track with an Eye of Twilight. Does seem storm related.
and of lightning and light.
So why not use some form of, I think someone mentioned earlier, a lightning rod.
Yeah, I mean, that was my thought, is at least to know if we had lightning rods around the room, and we know that's his typical way of knocking people to the knees, you know, if we have them to redirect his spells, it might keep the people safe inside.
Does the spirit of this arbiter, does it take on a bit of a storm or electric?
It looks red.
Red.
It looks
okay,
like the
well,
It looks blue.
The Oasis spirit is more so blood magic.
I might be colorblind, apologies.
No, some people have said that he is red, some people have said that he is blue. I have seen the blue version of him with red eyes.
Oh, the Arbiter. Yes,
Yes.
blue, red. Both.
blue.
Goodbye.
Be well.
But,
Okay, so
I can post some snotty waygates or something. Say, you know, oh, Karina, I hope you enjoyed getting turned into dust, haha.
Hmm.
And Alexa, you can be like, man, it was great gutting you, Jezebel.
We are trying to keep tensions low for the sake of peace talks at the current moment in time. I do hear your theory on the subject. However, both of you acting alone, you have to understand that your actions in the current political landscape will reflect on both Noctum and the cult. As we are
Wouldn't it be better to let them know?
yes, we should probably let them know ahead of time because
you need
Or
to
alternatively,
talk.
send a formal warbat. Say, you know, we've had our grudges in the past and make it very public this is personal.
You need to talk with your superiors about the idea of this sort of conflict. Personally, I'm not an index, but I'm not authorizing this sort of conflict, not at this time. This sort of stage conflict is not something that I want those within our number engaging with yet. There may come a time
Yeah,
where it's
as I said, I
appropriate.
expected Eleanor to be here.
I'll hold back until we confirm that we're doing this for sure.
So it shall be.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the best bet to at least not look like fools.
But we should have proper preparations in place. Maybe a lot
Yes.
of copper to make
Yeah,
those
I
rods.
can start gathering copper.
We can smelt it in the research division and keep it stored there if you need a place. We are right next to Sterling Acquisitions. That is
Research
my
division.
purpose.
Where is that?
It is in southeastern Farbane, the leftmost building.
I see. Okay.
You're not wrong, Yasad. They probably will. My guess is they're gonna go after the two at the top. Is that Dorian or Thanavi?
Yeah, they'll go probably try if they've been growing more bolds. What if we just bring the shards to the peace talk and stage something there?
Yeah, but we don't want to lose everything we've got in one move if it fails.
Not on the table, Yasad.
Eh, fair enough.
We're not going to expect Noctum to bring their amulets of power. We are not going to bring ours.
It's also entirely possible that they try to hit us while the peace talks happen to siege and grab them while we're away.
I'm aware. Still, we are of the belief that it is our best foot forward in the present moment to engage in peace talks in good faith. While Sterling is a recent development, this war is not. And my hope is that we can bring it to an end.
Yeah, well, that's all I want to talk about, at least.
So it shall
Very well.
be. Of course.
I'll be the last to leave if all of you want to leave together or whatever. I would keep your eyes out if you're being tailed.
And again, everything could be held at the research division if y'all wish. We could even go through the residency building and into the research division to keep eyes off of the entrance.
Oh, That's an option. I didn't know that existed.
Listen, I planned this very well.
I haven't visited that area yet, so I would like to see at some point.
Yep, just send me a bat so that there's somebody available to open the doors to you.
Oh, I was just gonna
good.
smack it down with a golem.
Behold,
Whoa.
Kidding, it was a joke. I would never.
Listen, I just made that, please. Please don't. It was terrible.
Oh god, they're doing. I can't tell them apart. Alexi, who are you going to guard?
Both of them, I guess.
I will assert my
What if they go separate ways?
there.
Quick scatter!
I just saw.
The light has chosen me. Bless this shot.
I don't like that I had to reveal that in front of all of them, but whatever.
as you wish.